Hi, and thank you for taking your valuable time to listen to me. I really appreciate you for that. And this is a mini webinar. It's 30 minutes, and I will share some amazing content with you within those 30 minutes. And I have a really juicy deal for you as well. So stay until the end if you want to take part of my offer. In this webinar, I'm going to talk about my methodology, the big five, and that is the essence of my 30 years as a professional vocal coach. And I am also going to give you a super efficient vocal exercise that will give you instant result. Are you excited? Write me in the chat if you are. Yes, many of you are excited. Good. Thank you so much. And I hope that all of you listening now are excited to get knowledge on how to improve your voice and why it is so important to be aware of your biggest communication tool, your voice. And if you are, then this webinar is for you. Okay, so how many of you have listened to a recording of yourself and thought, wow, that does not sound like me? Write one in the chat if you are. And here is the thing. You only got a few seconds when you start speaking before people judge you based on how your voice sounds. And we humans always judge people, consciously or unconsciously. And we often go into this mode, why should I listen to you? Especially if you don't know the person speaking in front of you. So just like you are thinking about me right now, why should I listen to you? And we are really good at picking up on stuff like energy and body language and voice habits. And the first impression can stick around for a long time. And it can be tough to try and change people's minds later. So if you want to make an impact as a speaker, or if you just are doing a presentation in front of your team, your colleagues, you got to nail it from the start. And that means you need to have awareness on how you use your voice, your passion, your energy, your body language, and do that with purpose and to avoid getting into those pitfalls. And this is exactly what I'm going to cover in my program speakonline.club and how to avoid messing up your presentations. And your voice is important to create rapport and be likable. So imagine this. Two people are on a job interview. They have the same qualifications, the same age, the same work experience, but the other person has a good and confident body language, a nice voice. Who do you think will get the job? Because a nice sounding voice and awareness of your body language and charisma creates trust. And that is important. And the good thing is, it is 100% trainable. Your voice, how you think about yourself and your abilities, your body language. You just need the right guidance and tools to improve all of this. My name is Cecilia Brännström and I'm a highly experienced vocal coach with over 30 years of coaching singers and speakers and actors and even passionate teenagers. And I have helped thousands of people falling in love with their voices in both speaking and singing. And I'm also a singer and a musician. And my holistic approach to vocal technique, that is what makes me unique. And recognizing that the voice is not limited to singing alone and that you become a good singer and speaker. That is mostly about what you think about yourself and your abilities. And that is really super important for the output. And I have also authored 2 books, the art of auditory attractiveness and master vocal modulation. And I cannot emphasize this enough. Your voice is like your superpower when it comes to creating rapport with people. And it's not just saying words, it's how you say the words. And what I mean by that is to create that storytelling magic that captivates your listeners and keep people interested for a long time. And how many of you think it's scary speaking in front of an audience? Write me in the chat. Yes, thank you. A couple of you. Yes, but it is scary to speak in front of an audience. And I will share with you a study that was conducted by Chapman University in the United States a couple of years ago. And the study included 1,500 people from across the country. And the study asked them about their fears and their concerns. And the three most feared activities were number 3, snakes, number 2, heights, and number 1, public speaking. And the study showed that most people doesn't like the sound of their voice, and they are terrified that the audience will judge them and that they will get rejected and humiliated. And I can relate to that 100%. Because I was also terrified of speaking in public. I was actually a very shy and introvert person when I was younger. And I would do anything to avoid presentations and speak in front of others. It was a nightmare. And I remember once, this was a long time ago, 25 years ago, but I got asked to speak at an important coach seminar. And I have practiced my speech so much and I knew it so well. But just before going on stage, when I heard the presenter, oh, let's welcome Cecilia Brännström, my mind just went blank, just like the curtains. And I couldn't remember anything, even though I practiced and practiced. It was, and of course, I had a lot of pressure on myself because it was an important audience. And I was thinking when I walked up on stage and I started panic. I cannot remember anything, but I walked up on stage and I stood there looking out on the audience. I couldn't remember anything and is this the way I am going to die? Standing in front of an audience, totally humiliated with my pants down. And my heart was pounding and blood was rushing through my veins and my breath was rapid and shallow and cortisol's level were high and adrenaline pumping and I felt like I was going to have a panic attack. But somehow my memory came back and I remembered I did a decent presentation, but those seconds I was standing in front of the audience, not remembering anything. That was the scariest few seconds of my life. But it was only like maybe 4 or 5 seconds, but it was terrifying. But on the other hand, singing and playing the guitar on stage, that was a different game because of my passion for music and me trusting my competence and trusting my voice because I practiced singing and playing a lot. And I could hide behind my guitar. That was the comfort. That was my teddy bear, my guitar. But when I was speaking, I felt really naked and vulnerable without my guitar. And I realized that I could not hide from doing presentations or speaking in front of others, audiences. It sort of comes with the gig, being a vocal coach and a teacher. So I needed to do something about it. And this got me thinking. I had the same bodily experience when I was walking up on stage, when I was going to play and sing in front of others. Like My heart is pounding, blood is rushing through my veins, my breath is rapid and shallow, cortisol levels are high, adrenaline pumping, and I am so ready to go up on stage and doing my best performance ever. It's like, instead of having the feeling of a panic attack or having this great experience of I'm going to do my best, it's the same bodily sensation, but it is what you think, what you do up here. It's what you decided to be. It's mostly what happens up here. Your mindset, what thoughts you send to yourself about your abilities. Mindset. So over the 2 last decades, this was a long time ago, I developed a strategy and a methodology that is really successful for me and for my clients. And that incorporates my musician skills, the stage presence, into my speaking gigs. So, does this sound exciting? Give me a yes in the chat if it does. Yeah, thank you. And this is exactly what I'm going to teach you and give you strategies for to prevent you from getting yourself in those situations by learning the powerful strategy and to become powerful and strong and confident with the voice and to be more present and enjoying the moment when you do your presentation. Turn fear into passion. Okay, so now I will share with you my methodology, the Big Five, that I teach and that I have for you prepared in my program that I'm going to share with you. So, my Big Five. And that I've divided it into 2 parts, but in total, you can say that it all starts with vocal technique. And oh, sorry for that. Vocal technique. That is the base of everything. How you use the instrument. And then we have vocal modulations, and that is how you approach the content, the material, how you use like pace and volume and everything. And then we have vocal inflections, and that is how you speak clearly. And then we have body language, and we have mindsets. So this is the Big Five. And if we go even deeper into it, auditory attractiveness, that is what I call this part, and its vocal technique and its control of airflow, how you use your breath support to be able to control the air coming out. So you don't speak with too little air and you get this vocal fry, and you speak with too much air, you get this blast on your vocal cords. And then you have projection of sound waves, how you can speak with a well-modulated and resonance in your voice. And then you have the bad speaking habits like filler sounds and filler words and tics and everything. And I will go through everything of those in my course, and you will get strategies and you will get exercises. Then we have vocal modulations, how to emphasize specific words, how to use melody when you speak to avoid sounding like monotone. Phrase endings, so you get the awareness how you end the phrases, so you don't always go down in the phrase. That makes you sound very sad. Or if you go up in the phrase a lot, that sounds like you are always asking questions. And then we have volume, how to speak quiet and how to use the dynamics to create attention, and tonality, and that is the emotion of your voice. And pauses. The most beautiful note in music is the pause, silence. How to use the silence when you speak. And pace, if you speak too slow or if you speak too fast. The variation is the best. And then vocal inflections, how you articulate so people understand you, and pronunciation, how you pronounce the words so people really get you and what you are saying, and diction, and that is how you have the appropriate language for the right situation. And then we have the visual attractiveness, like body language, body confidence, power posture, how to walk the stage, the room, how to own the room, how to use your hands when you are speaking, facial expressions, and mindset, how to build confidence, how to create charisma and positive energy, how to create rapport and trust with the audience. And this is my 5 modules that I'm going to talk about in the program. So let's do an exercise. And I would like you to sit with a good posture, shoulders back. So let's go into a breathing exercise. This is a really good exercise for you to get an instant result. Easy exercise. So I want you to breathe in through your nose, like 2 nose breaths, like, and really fill your lungs like that. And then I want you to exhale on as in summer and project the air all the way through without breathing in between. So let's try this. Inhale and exhale. Then really empty your lungs all the way through. Challenge your lungs now. And release. Do this one more time. And release. This is a good way to connect with your body, to deep breathe. The next step is to add a sounding consonant of v, as in victory. So you don't say victory, you say on the v. And pick a tone, any tone, doesn't matter, a convenient tone for you. And you empty your lungs as in the previous, but now with v. So inhale, 2 nose breathing. Empty your lungs, empty, 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 and release. One more time. Challenge your lungs now and empty, 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 empty all the way through and release. Okay, so now we have this sensation of only speak when the air is coming out. This is how much air you need and how much support you need when you are speaking. The air is coming out all the way, all the time. So let's add a sentence to this now. So you say, you only speak when the air is coming out. Say that. You only speak when the air is coming out. Say it 2 more times. You only speak when the air is coming out. You only speak when the air is coming out. Good. So now let's do the v, but say the text in here and do for on the syllables now. So the melody and the syllables with a v, but you read the text inside your head. Let's try it. Breathe in. In here you say you only speak when the air is coming out, but out comes. Okay, so let's do this 4 times without breathing in between. Breathe in. And release. Good. Now do 5 times without breathing. The text is in here, but out comes. Breathe in. And release. Good. This is how much breath support you need to have when you are speaking. Okay, so have the same sensation with the air, with the breath support, but now say the text. Instead of having the sounding consonant for resistance, you have now vowels and consonants. Okay, breathe in. You only speak when the air is coming out. Good. Okay, so now let's say this for 4 times the text without breathing in between. Inhale. You only speak when the air is coming out. You only speak when the air is coming out. You only speak when the air is coming out. You only speak when the air is coming out. And release. Did you notice the power of your voice when you connected the breath support and only spoke when the air is coming out? So you need to connect that feeling with the sensation, the air coming out when you are speaking. That is how you get a beautiful and strong and confident speaking voice. So do this exercise every day and you will notice a significant improvement. So start with S to connect the body, deep breathe. Then you do and then you do a text, a sentence with the melody and the syllables, and then you add it to the text. Okay, good. So now I want to share with you my beautiful offer, and this is like a game changer. I usually charge $97 per month for this program that I'm going to offer. But I am on a mission to make this knowledge so accessible to as many of you as possible. And I know that January is the beginning of your year, and you set your goals and you will do this and you will do that and get ready to have a mind-blowing 2024. But I also know that many people have a lack of money in January. And I want to give you my knowledge. I want to make as many of you as possible to join my program. And that is why I've created this incredible offer for you this month. And it is only accessible in January. And I will now show you this incredible offer that I have for you. And this is a bonus that you will get if you enroll now. And this is an emergency crash course for speakers, and I have pre-recorded it. And it has modules, and it makes every of my 5 modules, the big 5, I've created in small snippets and with exercises. And this is a really good course. And I sell it for, as you say, $197. And the subscription for this speakonline.club, which is 60-minute weekly coaching with me every Monday. You have 60-minute group coaching, and I will go through content, and you will get exercises, and you will get juicy exercises from my big 5. And I charge $97 per month for this. And I have my ebook, Mastering Vocal Modulations, that is tips and tricks for you to enhance your content delivery. And then we have my ebook, The Art of Auditory Attractiveness, where I have written down everything I know about how to get a beautiful speaking voice. And of course, you have also exercises in that book. $17 for those 2 books I sell them for. And the total value, $328 for this. And I will give you the emergency crash course for free and the subscription for only $27 per month. Mastering Vocal Modulations for free. The Art of Auditory Attractiveness for free. And this offer is $27 per month, and it's only this month. for January. And in February, the price rises to $97. So this is what I have for you now on this webinar. And you can scan this little beautiful red QR code and you can read everything about it. But if you take action now, you will get this for $27. And this is only for today and this week. Okay. And we have also, I should say, this is no brainer. This is absolutely no brainer. You will get 60 minutes with me every Monday, and it's also a Q&A on the 60 minutes. So if you have any questions, you can ask them directly to me. And if you don't have, if you cannot join the live sessions, I will record the sessions and you can watch it in a library, in a ClickFunnels library. So you can do it at your convenience. Okay, so now you have a choice. You can take action and get access to my knowledge and my methodology on how to improve your vocal abilities for the insane offer of $27 per month for as long as you subscribe. Or you can say no and go back to your life and do the same things you have always done with the same result and miss out on a great opportunity. Or if you're a maybe, think about this. Sometimes you need to take the leap of faith and learn from someone who has done the journey. The journey with the trial and the errors and learning from the mistakes and succeeded and solved the problem. And learning from a professional with the specific knowledge that you are looking for will make your journey so much shorter and you will avoid doing the same mistakes that I did. So, enrolling today and take action might be the best thing you have ever done, because I will promise you I will do everything in my power for you to be happy and for you to really enjoy this course. And let's open up for some questions. So let's see, do we have any questions? Yes. Okay, we have one question here. When does it start? Okay, so it starts, it's on Mondays, and it's every Monday at 6 p.m., 6 to 7 p.m. And when you enroll, you will get the schedule. It's not every Monday, but it's accordingly to the schedule. So if you enroll, you will have the calendar and the schedule. Okay, so one more question. How long is every coaching lesson? Okay, so it's 60 minutes, and I will have a content session for maybe 30 minutes, and then we will do some exercises, and then I open up for Q&As. So I will do, maybe we can do like, I will answer any question you have. I will not press on stop until I have answered every question. So 60 minutes, Mondays. Okay, last question. If I enroll now, can I always pay this price? Yes, that's a good question. Yeah, if you enroll now in January, you will have the price of $27 per month as a subscription every month, and I will not increase the price for you. You sign up in January and you will have the price of $27 every month for as long as you subscribe. And it's super easy to unsubscribe. You just click the unsubscribe. So yes, $27. So that was the questions we had in the chat. Okay. And this is just the beginning of your journey, so take action and change your life now. And I will promise you to make everything in my power to help you become the best vocal version of you. So thank you. And I will put on the QR code now so you can scan the QR code and enroll. So thank you so much for listening to me, and we see each other on Monday. Bye now.
Hi, I just want to take a minute to recognize Cecilia Brandstrom, who is an amazing vocal coach who I've had the pleasure of working with. And just in such a short time, I've been able to get so many results that I never knew were possible before with the tone, inflection, and clarity in my voice. And it's helped in not just my business and sales relationships, but also my personal relationships. I'd never realized the importance of having good vocal technique when I speak. So if you're using your voice in any area of your life or your business, I highly recommend giving Cecilia a call. You won't regret it.
Thank you. I appreciate having the chance to come here, talk to your people, your community, and say some nice things about your training. So yeah, for everyone to get a background, I've done a lot of public speaking. I think a few of you have seen me on different stages. I've spoken at Millionaire Mind Intensive. I've spoken at for Tony Robbins, as you mentioned. We've done our Empowered Women events. I've spoken in many countries around the world, and I've done a lot of different speaker trainings. But what I thought was interesting when I met you, Cecilia, at one of our Tony Robbins events, was the fact that none of the speaker coaches that I'd ever met or been trained by ever spoke about your voice. You know, it was about the content, it was the structure, it was sure how to take a pause, but not in the actual art of how to use your voice. And I found that very, very interesting, that was your whole focus. And when we spoke and we did some training on it, I realized how important that skill is and what a difference it makes for you as a speaker. So, you know, as a speaker, you have your whole toolkit, right? A part of it is what you're saying, but even more is how you say it. So it was very, very interesting. And for all of you watching here today, I went through the training. I got a lot of value from it. And I think definitely if you want to be a speaker, you can get a lot of value out of being better at using your voice. So do I think this is a good program? Yeah, I think it's an important program for people to use, to learn from, and hopefully it'll be one more tool in your toolbox for if you want to become a professional speaker, or if you just want to be better at presenting at meetings, or just having a more melodious voice. I think it's a very important tool and one that can really benefit you.
I highly recommend Cecilia Brandstrom. She's such an expert in her field. She's vocal coach and she delivers such a proven method, and you can use it so fast in such a short time. So working with her was very important to me to improve my vocal presentation, and I definitely recommend you to work with her if you really want to improve your voice, if you really want to make it different in the way you present your message. Definitely reach out to her. Her method is rapid. This is something that you can use instantly, and she really provides so much value. So thank you so much, Celia, for your work, for what you are delivering, and for your passion.